What if I tell you that you can have your periods without using panties, buying pads and tampons every month, or whatever it is that you use, and without experiencing any itching, rashes, smelly odor, the soggy wet feeling that comes with using pads? Ha! Imagine escaping all this discomfort during your period and still having a comfortable period. If you're interested in finding out how you can achieve this, then you should keep watching. I was using pads for years. In fact, since I was a teenager, and it has been very uncomfortable. I experienced hotness and itching every single month, and it has not been funny, apart from the fact that I have to use my own money to buy what makes me uncomfortable or causes me so much discomfort every single month. Periods are inevitable, and that is the menstrual fate of a lot of women. Sometime around 2022, I saw a post on Instagram where they talked about the comfort of using baby diaper for your period. So I worked with that information. The itching and hotness, stopped while I was using diaper, but it didn't give me exactly what I wanted. Not until I came across another page on Instagram that talks about menstrual cups and the amazing experience of using menstrual cups. And that was the game changer for me. So today we'll be discussing menstrual cups and how amazing they are and everything that you need to know about menstrual cups. What is a menstrual cup? Menstrual cups are an eco-friendly and vagina-friendly reusable alternative to the more popularly known and used menstrual products, pads and tampons. They are bare or funnel-like shaped, small and flexible, made from medical-grade silicone, but can be made of latex or rubber. The cups catch and collect rather than absorb blood the way pads and tampons do. How do menstrual cups work? Menstrual cups are small and flexible and can be inserted into the vagina to collect blood with the help of different folding techniques. When used and inserted correctly, you will not feel it at all. A menstrual cup can be used for 8 to 12 hours before it needs to be removed. The contents emptied into the toilet, rinsed and reinserted. If you're someone who doesn't have menstrual pain, you may likely forget that you're on your period and need to change. I constantly have to remind myself to empty my cup because I rarely experience menstrual pain. Menstrual cups collect blood more than any other female hygiene products. While inserted, the menstrual cup will not shift, leak, or make you uncomfortable. There's nothing like feeling soaked and wet, or this thing that pad does. It will now shift to one corner. It won't stay where you put it, and you have to go and drag it back to the position. Wahala. No yucky feeling of being on your period at all. See this thing I'm telling you, it's better experienced than explained. By now, I know you are already thinking about making the switch from pads, tampons to a menstrual cup. You don't want to miss this part of the video. If you need a healthy and comfortable menstruating experience, then you should definitely switch to a menstrual cup. Say goodbye to those nasty rashes and the bad smell that comes with using pads and tampons. With menstrual cups, you don't experience any of such. Menstrual cups are safer because menstrual cups collect rather than absorb blood. You do not stand the risk of getting infected, having hotness, experiencing rashes, infections, and any other discomfort that comes with using pads and tampons. It is that menstrual cups don't suck out all the moisture from your vagina like a tampon does. Menstrual cups is super comfortable. You won't even know that something is there while you're on your period. Over 90% of menstrual cup users agree that the cups are the most comfortable period products that they have ever used. It is awesome for heavy flows. These cups can take as much as 2 to 3 times the capacity of a regular pad or tampon. How awesome is that? Menstrual cups are reusable for over 5 years and even more with proper maintenance. The cups are made of a material called medical grade silicone through a careful process that results in a highly chemically stable product. This material is highly biocompatible, safe to reuse within the body, biodegradable, non-reactive, and hypoallergenic. In fact, medical grade silicone is an incredible versatile material used in menstrual cups and other medical products. So you can use a single cup for years without ever having to worry about spending a dime on your period. How awesome is that? Menstrual cups are cost effective. You pay one small time price instead of high price for pads and tampons every month. So you just buy it once and you continue using and using and using. Your menstrual cup can give you leak-free freedom for up to 12 hours, depending on the type of flow you have, either heavy or light flow. You don't have to miss out on activities during your period. You can swim, you can exercise, you can do basically anything as far as you have your menstrual cup inserted properly. You can pay. They are eco-friendly. Reusable menstrual cups can last a long time, which means you are not contributing more waste to the environment. Now, for those who like to have sex during their periods, most reusable cups don't have to be taken out before you can have sex. It is very light, and your partner will not feel it when they're trying to penetrate you or anything. So for those who like having sex during their periods, yeah, you can have sex with non-reusable menstrual cup. Just before you start using your menstrual cup, here are the things that you need to know. Now that you have decided that you want to start using a menstrual cup, what is the first thing to do? Menstrual cups are sold mostly online in Nigeria. The cups come in small and large versions, and there's usually a chart guide for sizing. Things to consider before choosing a cup size. Your age is very, very important when choosing a cup size. The length of your cervix. Some people have high and low cervix. You have to consider if you have a heavy flow or light flow. Then firmness and flexibility of the cup have to come into play, and the cup capacity for those who have heavy flow. Then also the strength of your pelvic floor muscles for those who give birth vaginally, for those who are still virgins. So these are some of the things you have to consider before choosing a cup size. Smaller menstrual cups are recommended for women who are younger, who are below 30 years of age, and for those who are still virgins. So they'll go for the smaller ones. Larger sizes are often recommended for women who are over 30 years old, who have given birth vaginally, or who have a heavier period. So those are the things to consider before choosing a cup size. Now, how do you insert your menstrual cup? You see this word there? Mostly you think that your vagina area, you think that it is straight. It is not straight, it's kind of slanting. So the mistake I made when I wanted to insert mine was I was inserting it straight. So, and my cup was not opening. So if the cup is not opening, it will not collect the blood. You still experience leaks, and it didn't get to where it's supposed to get to. So those are the issues I experienced. So I had to go online, I had to go on Google, and I went to check out the female reproductive diagram, and I checked out how it actually was. So that was what guided me to be able to insert mine properly. So you may want to do that as well. You may want to go and check it out. So this is it here. You can check it out, and so that you know how to insert yours. It needs some getting used to. For starters, there are different folds to insert it. For beginners, I'll recommend the triangle fold. It is very beginner friendly. For those who are pros, they can use whatever method they want. Personal hygiene is very, very important for anyone who wants to start using a menstrual cup. So you want to wash your hands with soap and water, running water. You sterilize your cup with hot water for 3 to 5 minutes. Then bring it out and let it cool down. Then insert within your desired fold or method. Now, make sure that you try to rotate your cup slowly to make sure that your cup opens up so that it can collect blood efficiently and you will not experience any leaks. I hope you find this helpful. Now, the next thing you want to learn is how to remove the cup. You wash your hands again with soap and running water. Don't try to pull out the cup. Your body does not like you doing that. When you go to the toilet and you want to bring out a very strong pull, you so that's exactly how you try to push your cup out with your pelvic floor muscles. Then get a hold of the stem, the tip of the cup, and wiggle it out slowly. And before you know, it pops out. Then you just take it and turn the content into the toilet. Open it a tap and rinse it. Once you rinse it, then you can reinsert it again. And it's as simple as that. This whole process I explained you can be done in 30 seconds or less once you get used to the process. Also going to be talking about the downside of using a menstrual cups, which are very few compared to the advantages. Now, it could take some time to get used to, like I said earlier, but once you get used to it, it's a breeze. In 5 seconds, you have been started, you have been moved. That's all. That is all. Not taking proper care of your cup after your period, observing top-notch hygiene can lead to making your cup smell or causing you infections. So before you use a menstrual cup, make sure that your hygiene is top-notch. You want to make sure that you wash your hands properly, you take care of your cup properly, and store appropriately after your period. That is all. Another thing that I would consider a con or a disadvantage is that finding the right size for you is not a big issue. Just use the sizing chart on the website or wherever you want to buy from. Considering the fact that you have had a baby or you have not had a baby, considering your age, considering the kind of low or high cervix, and you're good to go. So basically, that's it. For many women, using a menstrual cup is a no-brainer. I am the number one in that class. For me, it was a game changer, and I don't regret making the switch from pads to a menstrual cup. I absolutely enjoy using a menstrual cup. If you have watched this video up to this point, then I believe you should have made up your mind whether to make the switch or not. So what's it gonna be? Will you be making the switch? If you have any questions at all, leave me a comment below and I'll respond. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna be seeing you in the next video. Bye.